Flop, flop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is.
Where's the beef?
Hi everybody, I'm Scott.
And I'm Chad.
We are ad nauseum. It sounds like we're a band.
We are ad nauseum.
And just throw up the devil horns.
Thank you, Cleveland.
Yeah. Or like we put it into like a we are ad nauseum, bump it up, bump. So I gotta stick with the stupid commercial theme, I guess.
Yeah, we could do
cheesy. So hi, this is our second episode.
Yeah, woohoo.
Of the new revamped ad nauseum.
Awesome.
We've got some good commercials here. If you don't know what we are, let me just. Oh, that's freaking out. That's fine. We can get back to it. There you go. See, you're gonna see some blemishes. But what we are is, we are basically like a comedic critique of commercials, which is just alliteration out the ass right there.
Add some more C's to that.
Yeah,
Scott,
that was a lot. And so what we do is we basically just kind of review commercials, talk about them, shit on them. We like some of them. Not all of them.
Yeah, usually those aren't the most fun, but every once in a while we'll give some people some love.
Yeah, but what we're trying to say is, music, art, movies, all of that gets critiqued, and yet this form of media doesn't really. Yeah. And that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. We're saving the world.
We are one commercial at a time.
Yeah, it's just, we're
here for you.
For you guys. You're fucking welcome.
Vote for ad nauseum.
This is free. This doesn't cost shit yet. We're going to have... Also, this is what I was thinking about. I love what we're doing here, but no one's going to sponsor this.
Right, we'll never be able to sell
unless we would have to sign like some kind of contract that we would only either not talk about their commercials or their company, or just talk politely about it. Which I can be sold out. Like
I will sell out.
Yeah, so
for the right number.
Companies, we're here.
Yes.
We're here.
Yes. Would you like a glowing review of your commercial? That is on the table.
We can put that in there. We won't say shit about you, even if we hate you. Like, I feel like I hate all the fast food commercials that are happening right now. I will gladly sign a document.
That's it. I'm loving it.
McDonald's, Burger King, get away with whatever you want.
Flame broiled, we're there.
Doesn't matter.
Give me a Frosty, whatever it is.
We'll just talk all about your product. I think our commercials today are from, we got Skechers, we have, what's that middle one? Hyundai. And then we have a third one, we have the Hobby Lobby commercial, which is like a very seasonal, it's getting into Christmas already, it's not even Thanksgiving yet. And I'm a big Thanksgiving guy.
I love Thanksgiving.
I do too, because you don't have to do anything really. You just have to cook some food and eat it, and
it's all about hanging with your peeps and eating. What could be better than that? Christmas sucks by comparison.
I hate
because
it.
It's like months of gift buying, and
I shouldn't have to validate my love for you by what I get you, materialistically. That's horseshit.
Yeah, that's very American of us. Yeah, very capitalist.
This isn't the anti-Christmas podcast. It could be a pro-Thanksgiving podcast. So I don't mind that. Let's get to our first one. This is the Howie Long, because Howie Long has been like a Skechers spokesman for a few years now. I feel like it's him, Joe Montana, but I feel like he's the most kind of, photogenic, better actor of all the athletes. Because athletes can be shit.
They can be bad. Although I will say, we've both done some work in film and stuff, and what is really cool about athletes is they're quite trainable.
Yeah.
They don't
coachable.
mind. They do not mind. Like, you can go up to an athlete actor and be like, listen, you need to play it more like this. You do that with a regular actor, not going to be so
You don't even need constructive criticism with athletes. You can call them a pile of shit in front of their whole family.
Drop down and give me 20.
And they're going to do it. Because they have this, it's basically cult mentality. They're brainwashed and want to do great things. Yeah. So this is a Howie Long for Skechers Arch Fit.
All right. Well, let's check it out.
This is what it's like wearing regular shoes. No all-around support. And this is what it's like in Skechers' new Arch Fit footwear, designed to take great care of everybody's feet. Skechers teamed up with podiatrists using over 20 years of data to create a shoe that provides total foot and arch support for all-day comfort. It's all the comfort and support you need.
Refill, snacks, hot towel.
It's good to have support. Try Skechers Arch Fit, podiatrist certified arch support.
So what I love about this is it goes, so if you're not watching on YouTube right now, I'll just describe it real quick. It's basically just Howie Long talking about arch support, and he goes from like sitting in a little league game in the bleachers to actually being in like a pro stadium studio, in a nice recliner.
What do they call this? The box?
Suite. Not a studio, suite. Yeah. And he's basically like saying, this is the level of comfort. And then at the end, after he's done selling the shoe, it gets wildly sexual.
It does. It's like young ladies, like, by the way, like 30 years years younger than
No
him. bringing
shit.
him-
I looked this up. He is 60 years old.
Ooh,
And
damn, not a good look, buddy.
First of all, none of those chicks, all in their mid-20s, know who the fuck Howie Long
Yes,
is. They
they're
don't
like-
even know who his son is, Kyle Long, and he's playing recently.
Right.
And it's so stupid to be like 3 chicks at the same
Right.
time
Yeah.
would be interested in, like, they had hors d'oeuvres, but they wanted to fuck. That was what was implied to me anyway.
Yes. I love how it's like all about like, hey, we worked with foot doctors and to do this, and then it's like, oh yeah, don't forget, we got to add the sex to this commercial.
It's like, is that someone in like the creative department was for this commercial was like, I want this 85, like 90% to be about shoes, and then the next 90, I want it to be a Cialis commercial. Because
Right,
know, like he takes pills, he takes boner pills. He's probably on that nugenic shit.
I don't
that
know,
Frank
man.
Thomas.
He's a football man. You be careful.
He's
Don't
had
mess
too
with
many
Howie.
steroids in his system. His dick doesn't work
I hope he doesn't
anymore.
come to Denver, man. He's a big dude, man.
He's a big dude, but he ain't gonna come here.
Yeah.
To Ad Nauseam
We're in a
Studios.
vault. We're in a vault,
We are in a
so he
vault.
can't
Pretty
even
sweet.
get us if he
might be
wants to.
strong, but he's not that strong.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's dick strong enough to take down 3 25-year-old girls. Okay, that's insane.
True that. Yeah. That was slightly disturbing. And then the other thing is, man, they were really pushing this whole doctor thing. Like,
Yeah.
hey, we work with what are they called? Podiatrists, I think. Is that what they are?
It's either, I always get podiatrists and pediatrics mixed up.
Yeah.
They're the same fucking word.
Right. Yeah. And so
dumb.
Thanks for being intentionally confusing medical profession.
Yeah,
but-
so I really loved that one because that one I saw that one recently. That's a very new
Yeah.
commercial, and I was howling laughing at how at the end.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
great.
and it's like, why? I guess my theory is that they added in these women because they're like, wait a second, we're basically talking about old dude shoes
Yeah.
that are like the least sexy shoes in the world.
And Skechers can only do so much.
Right. And so they're like, well, what if we, here's an idea. I can just see the boardroom.
Yeah.
What if we have like 3 really attractive women come in with hors d'oeuvres for him at the end?
And why?
everyone's like,
why are there?
"Yay."
He's the only person I'm pretty sure in that suite. Why does he need 3 fucking servers?
Right, yeah. Well,
must be a
if you get
diva.
Skechers, maybe it comes with 3
Yeah, if I went
attractive
to
young
all,
women.
if I went to all 3 of those girls' like closets, none of them have anything that resembles a Skechers.
Exactly, yeah.
Anyways,
They probably don't have tennis shoes.
no,
All right.
but it's,
Well,
I
good
just,
one.
just really enjoyed that from being overly sexual.
Yeah. Yeah, it took a strange turn.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see. Coming up next.
We got Hyundai.
Ooh, Hyundai.
This one's called Little Accidents, and I feel like we've seen commercials like this before about where, you know, like not necessarily a driverless car,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, if you fuck up, the car will correct it for you because
Right.
it knows exactly what you're doing and what
Right.
you're not doing. So that's what this is.
All right, cool.
Life's full of little accidents. And the Hyundai Tucson helps make sure they stay little. By alerting you if you drift out of your lane and even gently correcting your steering. Because unlike your favorite shirt, you are irreplaceable. Hyundai, the longer you look, the more there is to like.
Lisa Tucson for one.
I think that's it. Like, so here's the thing about this one. I'm just gonna, like I said, describe it for people who are listening on the podcast. It's basically just a guy driving in a Hyundai SUV. He's on the highway next to a big semi truck, and he's eating French fries. And doofusly, he drops the French fries on his favorite shirt. Does anyone have a favorite shirt?
Yeah.
I don't think I have a favorite shirt.
I
have
really
shirts
don't.
I wear a lot.
I mean, I have the only shirts I wear are my favorites.
That's a good
I
point.
have like 12 shirts.
That's a
and
great
those are
point.
my
If I
favorite.
wear it, it's a favorite.
Yeah.
There's not just one singled out.
No guy has
And
that.
so, basically, he's fumbling over the French fries, and then eventually the car, aka that woman you hear, kind of pushes him back onto the road. Anyways, so go back real quick. I want to see. Hit play. I want to see where the French fries hit his shirt because I don't feel like it's where the stain is.
All right.
Oh no, it kind of is.
The Hyundai
Well,
It
it
was,
looks like
it was up top. Never mind. That's my fault.
well, it looks like it's actually heading to his pants. Like
Yeah.
the fries are kind of
Because he has like a stain up there. Either way, this is dumb because I don't like these commercials because it just shows how shitty
Yeah, we are driving.
drivers can be.
Yeah.
And what I hate about that is like, to me, if you're this bad at driving, not every life is precious. I hope you hit that fucking semi, and I hope you die.
There is a natural selection kind of element.
100%.
To that.
I hope you died because you're bad at eating French fries. I want you out of here.
Yeah, and if you're bad at driving, maybe you shouldn't eat French fries while you're driving.
No shit. Like,
Radical concept.
And this is where like our commercials have gone. Like, remember like in the 80s and the 90s where everything was about like airbags, seatbelts,
Right.
and shit. shit. Now it's all willy-nilly.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want and the car will save you. I don't believe that.
It's a sad state of like where we are in society that like we can't trust human beings to actually pay attention to the road.
You're driving 70 miles an hour next to a semi. Put the fries down for a little bit.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to, that's how you're going to die. And I'm fine with that. I don't want the car to
as
save
long as you
him.
don't kill somebody else doing it, I guess. That's the only thing. But
aren't you just opening yourself up to like a lawsuit? Like, hey, I know I fell asleep at the wheel, but the car didn't correct it.
Right, exactly.
That's fucking insane. I don't get how these cars work, and that's just very, I don't know, that's taking on a lot of liability. I feel like to just be like, oh, this car's going to correct it.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah. I mean, if you've seen the footage of the guy in Denver who was driving home in stuck in traffic with his Tesla, passed out.
Oh, yeah.
Passed out, like leaning up against the window, like, it was so hilarious.
I want him to die. I want this guy in the Hyundai. I don't give a shit. That's like what I hated about that commercial. It's also so weird in this commercial that in the slow motion, there's all of a sudden just this woman walking down the middle of the highway, and she kind of nudges the car over, as if women aren't bad drivers. Don't give me the. She's not the savior of this commercial.
Right.
I'll go to stereotypes. Women are terrible drivers.
Well, I just think it's funny that she has this like, I mean, she's obviously an attractive young woman, but it's also kind of this mom effect. Like,
a little bit.
I'm here to save you. Don't worry,
I'm the
little
nurturer.
boy.
Don't worry.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna pop in.
You're playing with you dumb man. You're playing with your toys and your food. I'll fix it. Yeah.
And that's the other thing. Like, why the fries? Like,
I don't know.
why not use the whole thing is because people won't stop fucking around on their phones.
It's also funny. I don't think people. He has like a container of French fries, right? And so he's holding the container with one hand and he's eating with the other hand.
Right.
Like, you have cup holders, motherfucker. We've all done the thing where we put our hand in the McDonald's bag in the passenger seat. That's not how people eat French fries when they're driving.
So just have the guy on his damn phone trying to text somebody. I guess they're scared.
100%.
Like, we can't encourage people to text and drive, but that's why people are using that feature for it. Exactly.
And I feel like Hyundai's just going to town with those kind of commercials where they're like, like someone's the savior and it's always the car and people are stupid. Well, maybe we kind of are losing our attention span, but still, I don't care about you.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, what I said about the women and the stereotype of them driving reminds me of my favorite joke in the world. It's a Helen Keller joke. Why is Helen Keller a bad driver? Because she's a woman.
Oh, not because she's blind and deaf.
Nope. I love that. I can't wait to. I hope we get some actual feedback from that joke because at least we'll know that people are listening.
Yes.
I don't like that joke about Helen Keller. Like, well, thanks for listening. 5 stars on and subscribe on iTunes, please.
Awesome.
This next one's a little long. It's a minute, and in commercial time, that's long because I feel like those are a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
It's a Hobby Lobby commercial, which you don't see many of, but they're trying to do this whole, like I said, it's Christmas commercial, but we're just 3 days past Halloween, basically.
I know, right? Like, what happened to Thanksgiving?
I don't know.
This is our favorite holiday.
We need more Thanksgiving commercials.
Yes.
It's just, these are just too easy. But here's the Hobby Lobby Christmas is what you make it commercial.
Alrighty. Crying, you're shedding a tear already.
Right. There's not going to be much talking here, so I'll just say there's 2 people who live next to each other, but they're connected houses, which is weird. But it's not a duplex.
Okay.
So the girl comes out, she gets an invitation, and she thinks it's from her next door neighbor, like sharing a wall neighbor.
Right.
And so then he shows up, he gets an ornament out of this mail, and he sees her, thinks it's her. He smiles a little bit sheepishly. And then it's kind of like a back and forth.
Oh, look at this. We're
Trading.
escalating.
Yep, escalating. The crafts are getting better. These are really good crafts, by the way.
They are really good crafts.
Like, they're going to be like ornaments you can hang on your Christmas tree.
Oh, I wonder where they got them.
Right,
Hobby
exactly.
Lobby.
And they're just going back and forth. And finally, the guy walks over the fucking 3 feet to the other person's door.
Finally grew a pair.
Yep, knocks on her door. He should have put his man purse away for this. Fuck. Just a cute redhead. He's kind of a dorky looking guy with bad teeth. There's these weird voyeuristic couples staring. And it pans to their crafts.
It was the old couple
setting them up. But here's, Kristen, this is Hobby Lobby.
50% off Christmas.
This is creepy to me. This is fucking creepy.
Yeah, man.
Because it was creepy and it doesn't make sense. Like, who the fuck are those 2 old people, old busybodies. I hate busybodies.
Yeah.
That's why I hate like most of these like internet sleuth people who just can't stop being in other people's businesses about crimes and shit. Fucking get your own goddamn life. I get that your intentions are good, but it's fucking nightmarishly creepy that you keep sneaking over to each person's place, leaving these handcrafted, like really good, like I said, handcrafted, very good Hobby Lobby handcrafted ornaments, and just stuffing them in their mailboxes, hoping that somehow, I don't know how. I mean, I guess they set it up as if like, oh, I think that. By the way, why would that girl think that this straight male is making her crafted,
beautiful ornaments,
handcrafted ornaments?
Yeah, right. Like
that's insane to me.
Yeah.
But then at the
she's
end,
like, oh, cool. Maybe my neighbor and I can be BFFs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so like he's gay, cool. I'm gonna call up this other guy I met from Hinge, and I'm gonna fuck him, and I'm gonna friend zone my next door neighbor. Which can we talk about the house?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not like if
They're
you
like
see a
conjoined
duplex.
houses.
Yeah, if you see a duplex, they match, you know?
Right.
Each left and right, they're mirrored each other.
That had to be done
These don't
afterward,
match.
right? Yeah.
They're like two really cool brick houses that have just been like basically CGI'd together.
Right, yeah.
And it's so weird.
It doesn't actually even look that good.
It
like,
doesn't
the
look
CGI
that good.
looks weird. I was like, that's not.
The houses alone look awesome. Them together, smashed together, don't make any fucking sense. Like,
I love how Hobby Lobby is like this huge company with, you know, conceivably millions and millions of profit every quarter. They can't find a house that has a duplex or whatever that has the same thing that doesn't. It's like so distraction.
And also, like,
why not just find a normal house that has two sides to it?
What's wrong with there's a little bit of space for a yard? That doesn't.
True.
I don't
or
get
just
that.
have two houses that are next to each other.
So stupid. No, that's what I mean. Yeah, just two houses right next to each other. You don't have to pan out that much. Fuck.
Right. But also, like in the Northeast, where it looks like they shot that commercial, there are tons of houses already joined like that with the two doors. That was the thing in the old days.
So the fact that she would think that ornament is from her good-looking male heterosexual neighbor is insane.
Yeah.
And then the fact that he, a heterosexual male, would respond with a better handcrafted ornament.
Yeah. I'll show you, young lady.
I don't get how that turns her on. I don't get how that means that.
Well, maybe we missed it.
I hope.
This
is
why we don't do well with women.
Yeah, I hope I'm so fucking jaded. I am not.
Hey, ladies.
Hit me up. I will not make you a handcrafted ornament.
Promise.
Yeah.
Well, how about this? So, I hope the kids don't plan to use birth control because if they work at Hobby Lobby, that's not covered under their insurance.
They don't like that.
Yeah.
It's
So
against God's
anyway,
will.
God does not want to prevent pregnancy.
But here's my other part. It's at the end where he just shows up. Like you said, he grows a pair. He goes over to actually talk to her instead of just handing her trinkets. And she opens the door. She smiles real big. And then, of course, he gets invited in. And they're like putting up all these ornaments.
Right.
When's the conversation going to be like, I didn't make these. Did you make these?
Yeah.
'Cause I sure as fuck didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
It would, that would be like the first thing.
Yeah, then they're going to be like, what is going on? Like, who did this then?
Eventually, it's going to come out that you didn't make shit and I didn't make shit. And then we're going to be like, what the fuck is happening here? And then it turns into like a horror movie. Like it's Saw or Cabin in the Woods where people are fucking watching you, which they kind of are.
It'd be so awesome. They just cut to one more shot of like the old people staring at him through their own window.
Yeah. One of them has like a knife in his hand.
Yeah.
It just, I feel like the Skechers commercial went from a shoe commercial to a porno. And this one goes to like a heartfelt love story into a murder hit, like a horror show. It's just like, I don't.
There is a horror film about old people like doing weird things to young people that live in their neighborhood. I mean, that's a good idea. That's viable.
I knew this would be a good one for us to do because, like, when I first saw it, I was like, "This makes no fucking sense at all."
Insane.
And that's what we're looking for, people.
Yeah. So send us your hatred commercials. Maybe we'll talk about them.
Yeah. And now we have our segment, our back in the day segment. This is where we basically just show you kind of. Normally, I think like we like these, so like this is always
kind
like
of do.
more of a positive vibe one.
Yeah, and we remember them because they're literally from back in the day.
Yeah.
And we get to talk about, obviously how different commercials are and were and where they've gone.
I can't remember what year this one was, but I want to say like mid 2000s. Let's say like 2004.
Really?
I feel like I was a little bit younger. I might have been in college.
Okay.
And so I want to say mid 2000s. But when I saw this the first time, because you'd never seen this one.
No, I hadn't.
I think the reason you hadn't seen it was because I saw it once, maybe twice, and then you never heard of it again. That's why I couldn't believe I found it online.
That's amazing.
Because the slogan, as you'll see, is fucking wonderful.
Yes.
So this is Aspercreme, and this is our back in the day commercial.
Great brand, Aspercreme.
Can an odor-free patch stand up to your back pain? That's your Sweetest Aspercreme back and body patch. The first and only maximum strength patch with concentrated relief to knock out the pain without the medicine-y smell. Body pain stop. That's your Sweetest Aspercreme.
I like short commercial. It's very to the point on what they're selling. You totally know what they're doing, the patch. But it's just so funny because I think they just pulled it because people complained about the "You Bet Your Sweet Aspercreme" thing, which is the best part.
That is the best part. Like when you have a name like Aspercreme, it's like, I just love that they're like, screw it. We have this crazy name. It's probably from 100 years earlier when the company started.
You're acting like people aren't making fun of our name.
Exactly.
Like it's like Ben Gay. People were making fun of Ben Gay for sure. And so I figured, like, whoever thought of "You Bet Your Sweet Aspercreme," I hope they got a fucking raise.
They should have. And sadly, because they only aired the commercial not very long,
I don't know.
Probably got fired.
I know.
But hopefully they found a better job.
I hope so.
Because that's pretty damn good. I got to admit. It kind of reminds me of the old campaign that Smuckers did.
Oh, yeah.
If it's Smuckers, it's got to be good,
if it's
right?
a name like Smuckers, it's got to be good. No, that's totally right, because I feel like you got to be a little bit self-aware.
Right.
And then everyone's in on the joke.
Yes.
And I saw it once or twice, and I've remembered it for at least 10 to 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and that speaks to its power, right? Like, literally, you probably saw it once or twice, and it's how many years later, and you still remember it. So you made a big mistake. I think we need to bring this commercial back. Is Aspercreme still around? I assume it is.
I want to believe it is.
I want to believe it is.
I feel like it's. I'm the son of a pharmacist. I should know this.
Yeah.
I'll call my dad later. Ask him. He'll be like, "Why? I don't care."
Right.
Well, yeah.
Good stuff.
I love those. I love to end on a good one, like that makes us happy, because that slogan is just wonderful.
You bet your sweet Aspercreme.
Yeah. Anyways, that's our episode for episode 3. I probably should stop saying the episode because I'm never gonna remember.
I thought this was episode 2.
Episode 2. See, that's why I don't need to say that to everyone. But go ahead and follow us online, subscribe online, on the iTunes, because that's where we'll get most of our people. I don't know how many subscribers we have on YouTube, but we're the Ad Nauseam Pod Ad Nauseam Pod on YouTube, at Ad Nauseam Pod on Instagram, and on Twitter at the Ad Nauseam Pod. Somehow I couldn't get those both the same. It was very, very annoying.
Hate it when that happens.
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that's our episode.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
See you next time.